What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. Francesca, Noah,
Friday.
How are we doing today? We're on our merry way into the galaxy of Milky Ways.
I thought you were going to try and tie the weekend in there somewhere.
Nope,
We're just headed into space.
We're just headed into space. How we doing? How we doing, folks?
This was a long week. This felt like such a long week.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
Like
so.
a short one to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's felt like a little bit of a long week, but I just got to say what really is keeping me going, thinking about the chocolate covered strawberries we're going to have once again on Monday night. I don't want to run through the weekend, but Edible Arrangements has been sponsoring Cutting Stems, and we're gearing up for Valentine's Day. We're getting these chocolate covered strawberries. They're next level. They're absolutely delicious. Edible offers the perfect treats to be sweet to yourself or to the ones you love, like the delicious arrangement of chocolate dipped strawberries in a very cute coffee mug, which is what we got last week on Cutting Stems. And you can even add fresh cut flowers to make it even sweeter. So if you want to send it to yourself, your friend, your lover, whoever, doesn't matter, parent, whoever it is, family member, go ahead, go to edible.com. They're here to help with same-day delivery nationwide. You can go to edible.com and use promo code CuttingStems10 to get $10 off your next order now through February 12th. That's CuttingStems10 to get $10 off your next order now through February 12th. So only a few, like a weekish. So make sure you jump on that.
We shouldn't even be here today.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a day of rest. Not us.
Not us. We're still here. You want to
Not
know what's
us.
some bullshit, though? So our company party was last night.
Yep.
It's a holiday party, but
Wednesday night rescheduled
yes,
holiday party.
Rescheduled from before Christmas because COVID, reasons, whatever. It was rescheduled to last night. Then we got an email when it was rescheduled, quickly after that we were going to be honoring this day as a day of rest. The day after
office closed.
Office closed.
Yeah.
Day of rest for the office. Genuinely shocked and appalled at that email, just because when has that ever happened here? Like, when has that ever been? The fun of the holiday party used to be the next day when you would come in and everyone's
It's
at their
usually a
desk,
Friday, too.
super hungover. Everyone's ordering McDonald's for lunch or something real greasy.
Yep.
That's the fun of it. Yeah, of course I love to have the day off. If we couldn't come in, we still had to come in. So
Yeah.
I think selfishly we were like, what the fuck? The office is closed,
Yeah. There's just so many more people here now is just the thing. Like, they just are operating
Operating differently.
Been here for a long time.
We have.
There's so many more people.
We're salty vets. Fran and I were leaving her apartment yesterday to go to the party, and we were like, all right, let's do this.
Gearing up for
He
another
yelled
one.
out the window at me.
We did.
Of the
We saw
car.
Noah. That's my favorite thing when Noah's with his friends, who also work here. Like,
Yeah.
we're also friends with them, but he gets all shy and embarrassed.
I don't know
and
if
we're
I would say. I just kind of looked like, oh, yeah,
like, yeah,
that was
he's
Rhea.
like, there they are.
There's just some other instances.
Oh, I mean, the worst one was the John Mayer concert. Don't
The John Mayer concert was bad. Should we talk about how Fran yelled at you for your volume of tone?
Oh, yeah,
last
that
night?
was
That was
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
That was
That
ridiculous.
was ridiculous.
I'm like at a party, Fran.
Yeah, it
I
was
can't even.
It was ridiculous. Joking round wise.
But
Ridiculous.
I'm confused because I was clearly joking.
I don't know.
I was joking because I'm the one that's always yelling, and
that's
you
right,
were
my-
the one that was yelling
my
in that
immediate
moment.
response is like, out of all people,
Yeah.
you're
Well,
gonna
that
be the
was
ones to tell me that I'm loud.
That was
Yeah.
the joke.
It was
Like,
good back
I'm the
and
one
forth.
that's always loud.
It was a good back and forth. And I stepped in and I said, no, you raised that voice.
Yeah.
You raised that.
Sometimes I need a little team.
Yeah. I had your back. We
Yeah.
hung out a little bit. Hung out. Because usually at these company parties, I feel like we never see Noah. We don't really hang out. But Noah and I hung out last night and it was good. You walked away.
That is nice.
she said, I'm getting out of here.
I'm just making my rounds,
Yeah, you were. You were good at making
Yeah.
your rounds with different people.
trying to talk to some people from all departments.
All departments. Yeah, I saw you getting into some conversations
Yeah.
while I was waving from afar. But it was a nice time. Good food, good drink, good pictures. Photo booth's always fun.
Yeah, shout out Daniela, never spares expense on the On the photo booth, we get the good photo booth.
Yeah, we get the Kardashian.
That
photo
guy
booth.
was really funny though.
Oh, he was very.
He was
specific
so
about what he
into it.
wanted.
I've never seen a photo booth guy, take his job so seriously.
what, though?
He was positioning everyone, and he was like, lean forward, lean back, move your hand, do this. Like,
If you're gonna do that though, you might as well get into and act like you're a creative director, because you have to stand there all night and watch people take pictures. Might as well direct the people on how they're gonna take the picture. He would tell us if he didn't like the pose or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's like,
enjoyed
lower
that.
your drink. I'm like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
But tuck your chin in and move forward. I was like, this is a full on photo shoot, but I enjoy it.
it was a lot of like facial, like chin up,
He was like,
body down.
You need to bring your face forward like 3 inches. I'm
like lean your head forward.
Yeah.
It was
good stuff.
It was good. It was fun.
But we're back here a little later than usual. When we record on Thursdays, we usually record probably around 12:01. It's like 5 o'clock right now. We did take a day of rest during the day. I had an unbelievable burger for lunch. Like, so I came in talking about it.
you have been talking
You know
about
what
it.
I also had for the first time the other day, and I had it again today? It's going to shock you. Guess what it is? It's
A food?
I'll give you a hint. I would call it an appetizer or a starter of some sort. You would think that I would probably have had it before because I like this thing.
Interesting. It's an appetizer.
It's this one's definitely an app. Definitely a starter. An hors d'oeuvre.
That can't be how you say it.
An hors d'oeuvre.
An hors d'oeuvre.
Is it fried?
No.
No.
It's not fried.
Is it?
And it's
appetizer.
It's a breakfast food. That's an appetizer.
It's
Home fries.
No. I've had hope fries.
It's a breakfast food that's an appetizer.
It's something
Salmon.
that's incorporated in
Like,
breakfast often.
like a
But
like a
but,
pancake?
but
Like
not
a
no. Let me
potato pancake?
no. It's a very common app
Bacon?
starter hors d'oeuvre. I've had bacon. I've never had this before. The
Sausage.
thing that's involved with it is a very common thing incorporated in breakfast.
Okay, we need better hints.
Something.
Think
Color.
Think Lucifer.
Deviled eggs?
Yes.
I've never had those, I don't think.
Really good.
Wait, what do they even look like?
It's
They're
like
just hard boiled. They're
it's
like
hard-boiled
hard-boiled
eggs like cut in half,
Yeah.
but like with like a creamy sauce of some sort.
Yeah.
That sounds gross.
No, it was so good. I had it for the first time like 2 weeks ago, and then I had them again today. Put a little hot sauce on it.
But
Oh
you've
my
really
God.
just had yourself a day of meals.
I did. I really had a great meal. Okay, well the burger I had, I don't know if anybody's
Deviled
interested in this,
eggs. They're cut in half and then filled with a paste made from the egg yolk mixed with other ingredients such as mayonnaise and mustard.
So fucking.
Mustard on an egg?
You can't
I
tell
love
it's mustard.
mustard.
I was about to say.
I love mustard, but mustard on an egg?
I mean, you like.
That sounds gross.
I can't believe you're criticizing mustard on an egg. It's a hard boiled egg.
I know. Ew.
It's so good.
That sounds pretty critical from someone who loves mustard on
Right.
carrots.
And also,
Like,
yeah, on carrot, and
makes
also
more
deviled eggs is clearly a very common thing. But on top of that, my burger had peanut butter on it. I know this is gonna offend Noah, so
Well, then
cover
she
your
came
ears.
into work and was like, "Can I have a sip of your drink?"
I brushed my teeth after I had the burger. Amazing, like a dripping peanut butter, but like still kind of not so
is there
creamy.
jelly on it?
No, a jalapeno honey aioli mixed with peanut butter,
butter?
the burger, and bacon, and grilled onions. Not grilled onions, like fried onions.
That does sound really good,
so
actually.
fucking good.
Peanut butter and bacon is a good combo.
It is. Peanut butter and
Yeah.
bacon's an amazing
Peanut butter and bacon's
combination.
a good combo.
Anyways, I'm getting really hungry.
Yeah,
again,
I was gonna
but
say, woo,
so
that sounds
good.
really good.
Good day of lunch. Food makes the world go round for me.
Me too.
Couldn't live without it.
No,
Me too.
truly, but like my life.
No, but it's one of the most enjoyable things out there.
You're right. My life revolves around food.
A good meal, forget it.
My life,
Forget it.
I go to bed thinking about what I'm going to eat the next day. All day I'm thinking about what my next meal is going to be, planning
Yeah.
my next meal. I always have to have a good meal. I love going to dinner.
Love.
I fucking
Same.
love dinner.
We're
I
gonna have
really
a dinner
do.
in LA.
What?
Me too.
We're gonna have a dinner
Of
in
course,
LA.
and we're going to go with Eddie, obviously. But
I don't know if I am.
what do you mean?
What? Too busy?
When we have every night's booked.
We'll go
After
after.
my John Mayer
Oh,
concert.
After things. We can go
After.
to dinner late dinners, probably. But I love, there's nothing more I enjoy in life than a really good dinner with really good food,
Yep.
with wine, and good friends.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with
The
this.
corniest
I
thing I've ever heard.
I was
Good
just
company.
I actually was waiting for her to be like, good people, good atmosphere, good food.
I knew I had to say
Good
it.
conversation.
Because look at how I'm. Look at me right now.
Yeah.
I got a pen in my hand, a notepad. I don't know who I am. I have tears in my eyes right now thinking
Rhea
about how
hasn't
much
brought-
I love dinner.
Rhea's forgot her laptop to come to work every day this week.
Every
Every day
this week I
she
forgot
strolled
my
up to
laptop.
her desk and goes, I forgot my laptop again.
Because you could do everything on your phone now. So like
Yeah.
I forget and
Just
we don't
now,
all
all of a sudden.
know,
You guys
those
ever
little
heard of this
days-
thing called an iPhone?
These days, you
write
can really
notes.
just do
Let
it
me
all on
tell
your
you,
phone.
There's nothing more powerful than having a pen in your hand.
I
I feel
actually- it
loopy
is a
right now,
powerful
and I don't
feeling.
know why. I'm like pulling on my sleeves.
Later in the day.
Later in the day, it's fucking 5 p.m. I gotta
Why
get
don't
home.
you tell everyone about the sweatshirt you're wearing?
Sure. I don't look like somebody who should be modeling a sweatshirt right now. Let me tell you that. I also want that on record, okay? There's some people out there, okay? I don't know why I'm talking like this.
Someone take the pen.
It's the pen. Someone
is
take
the
the pen
pen.
away from me so I start acting normal. There's some people out there that have been quite rude to us, specifically me, but to us in general, on TikTok, on Instagram, whatever. Being like, are these girls going to wear makeup one day? Like, whatever. We're salty vets. We just talked about it 10 minutes ago. Like, we're doing a podcast. Some days we don't feel like
No.
coming in all dressed up. During the summer, I love getting dressed up every day.
Yeah.
I love it's my cute outfit time. I love wearing a cute outfit. You got some sun, so you don't really need a lot of makeup. That's where I thrive. The wintertime, it's hard to get out of bed and get into a hot shower
Yeah.
and not put on comfy clothes after. And also do a full face of makeup for the podcast.
We've been doing this for way
This
too
one
long.
bitch on TikTok will not. She's relentless with me. She's relentless with me.
Block
It's a-
her.
but like it's
We
also
should
a
block
pain
her.
in the ass because like so many people who are on camera every day who are posting shit like someone comes and does their makeup.
Yes.
We don't do it's a lot for us to do a full face every single
morning.
day.
It's too much.
Every single day and on the weekend, like it's just too much. It's bad for your skin. Your skin's never breathing. You never have a moment to just like let it sit.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes just not
It's not necessary. I don't think we
like
need it,
if
Francesca.
if this was any other job, like you wouldn't be expected to go to work with a full face
No.
every single day.
Exactly. That's why these people are making me mad. But that's why now back to the sweatshirt. I was going to say I don't look like
Yeah.
somebody who should be modeling a sweatshirt right now. But if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you get that Harry Potter merch. The link will be in the description. I'm wearing a Slytherin one because people have just coined me a Slytherin.
You coined yourself.
People, but I only coined. Okay, I took multiple quizzes that coined me
Yeah.
Slytherin first.
Yeah.
But without that, people nonstop are like, "You're Slytherin.
Yeah,
you're Slytherin.
that-
you're
yeah.
Slytherin."
I've
That-
seen some
yeah.
comments saying people saying that I'm a Slytherin,
I've seen that too.
but I like the idea that I seem like a Hufflepuff, but I'm really a Slytherin.
Yes, we are recording another Harry Potter recap today, and I have some notes about that. Didn't like how they acted in this one, and I'm upset that people think that of me. So we'll get to that. But yeah, make sure you buy the sweatshirts. I'm wearing it right now.
Also, the Dobby shirt. It's new.
Oh yes,
So-
Dobby is my alter ego. I don't want to spoil anything. I feel like I'm like, first of all, acting as somebody else right now with this pen. Like, this pen has changed my life. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody else, and I don't even spoil it for myself. But I've seen some concerning comments today about Harry Potter, tagging me, DMing me. Something going on with Dobby that I should know about.
This is what I would.
I'm already starting to tear up.
Okay, so like this is the problem. This is what I was worried about. Why would like the people who do that
Are fucked up.
are so rude?
Really rude.
No, I've seen
Like
the comments.
why
They're
would
like,
you
oh,
tag? Like it's like like just wait at
Yeah.
like why would you do that?
They're
She hasn't
tagging
seen
me.
the movies
The-
yet.
Tagging me is the most disrespectful part.
Yeah.
DMing me is so
Right.
disrespectful.
DMing is very disrespectful.
And saying things that are upsetting
you
to me.
have not watched the movie yet.
I
So they're
haven't.
just spoiling it for you.
They are, and
That's pretty fucked up.
don't even tell me.
I'm not going to, but that's pretty fucked up.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm upset about it. It's
Yep.
making me upset. And they're throwing you into it. They're like, how could we? how could Fran let her go on like this? She has to.
You've never seen the
I
movies.
haven't seen the other movies. What is she supposed to stop me and
What
spoil
am I
it?
supposed to just ruin, just tell you how it all ends?
I know, Fran. These people.
That's
Take the pen.
it's just like you can't get the recaps are so good because we're getting your genuine reaction to the first time watching the movie.
Exactly.
I'm not going to spoil the movie.
Now, maybe it's my bad. I shouldn't be clicking comments. But when I'm tagged,
When you're tagged, it's impossible not to
and you're
see.
responding to my story, I check my DMs.
Yeah.
So when you're responding to my story, I'm probably going to see that.
I find that incredibly rude.
It is. It's incredibly rude.
To just
Have some couth.
Yeah, like for you to be like, I'm watching the movies for the first time, and like someone's on their response to your story, like, oh, like just wait, like that, or whatever they were saying. I don't even want to guess.
I don't even want to tell you.
Exactly. So we're not going to talk. We're not going to talk about it anymore.
We won't. But let's get
move
into the show today.
Let's
will never put this pen down again. Wow, no.
There we go.
All right, let's get into the topics. No, give it back. Give it back.
Go through the topics first. I'll give it back to you.
Okay. All right, I have a notepad in front of me. All right, let's get into today's topics. We have Rihanna and A$AP Rocky are expecting their first child together. Beautiful pictures have been released. Chase Stokes is dating Steve Jobs' daughter, Eve Jobs. Cracks me up
Allegedly.
every time. Allegedly. Apparently, allegedly. We're going to be talking about Summer House drama, Kristen, Craig, Paige, love triangle. We finally got the truth about that from this week's Summer House. And there's also rumors that Harry Jowsey and Khloe Kardashian are hooking up. Great topics this week. And also an awesome
So
interview.
fun.
We had Melissa Gorga in. This interview was like 45 minutes long. She is like our cool ass aunt that we could hang out, talk to all day long.
I didn't want to
And-
there were parts where she kept saying, me and Joe, we go out all the time. We have our date nights. We go out with our friends. I didn't want to be like, can me and Rhea come to one of your dinners?
I'm telling you,
I really would like to go out to dinner with them.
We will go to dinner with them because I have a mutual friend with them that has invited me many of times now, being like, I'm going to set up a dinner with us and the Gorgas.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it.
I would really love that. It would be so much fun. Okay, you can have your pen back.
Thank
now.
you. You know I love a good meal, good wine with good people. And that includes the Gorgas. All right. As soon as you gave the pen back, it came back.
Yep. The
All right.
smile on your face once the pen hit your hand again.
I fucking love this pen. Also matches my scrunchie. Cool. Okay. Let's get into it. Starting off with Rihanna and A$AP.
One of my favorite things to do is to go through my closet, start to get rid of things that I don't wear anymore. And ThreadUp makes that so easy on both sides, which is so great. Like I've also love shopping on ThreadUp. I've gotten so many amazing dresses from ThreadUp. You're looking for events, things like that, and you don't want to spend, the full price for a new outfit. ThreadUp is an amazing, consignment store, online consignment and thrift store. They are working overtime to make sure you are getting some of the highest quality products. You can get one-of-a-kind finds from brands like Zara, J. Crew, and so much more. Everything from Gap to Gucci. They have tons and tons to shop and to look at. ThreadUp is one of the largest online thrift stores where you can save up to 90% off estimated retail. Get the insane deals of thrifting with the convenience of online shopping. Like I said, I love ThreadUp. This is how I personally get rid of so many of my clothes, like when I'm cleaning out my closet and there's just things that I don't wear anymore. I know that it's going to a good place when it's going to ThreadUp. So with over 2 million new items to shop and thousands of daily new arrivals, it's the best place to shop for your wallet and the planet. So customize your search by your size, style, and budget so you can find the best deals from more than 35,000 brands. ThreadUp is offering a deal for new customers. So right now, head to threadup.com and get up to an additional 50% off plus free shipping on your first order. That's an extra 50% off plus free shipping on your first order just by heading to threadup.com. That's threadup.com for up to 50% off and free shipping on your first order.
Big news, very exciting news for this podcast specifically. A$AP Rocky and Rihanna are having a baby, expecting their first child. They are pregnant. Rihanna looks...
Sound the alarms.
Rihanna looks
stunning,
breathtaking.
Couldn't label her the prettiest pregnant person ever.
Jaw-dropping,
She is just the
breathtaking.
prettiest person ever anyway.
People say you glow when you're pregnant. I never see glow like that.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
insane. Like, genuinely looked fake, the pictures. And A$AP, what a handsome guy.
Yep. the two
pretty motherfuckers.
Yeah, they and Sly Dogs. You know, she threw us off the scent. There was all those rumors. Everyone was saying they're having a baby. She's been wearing giant coats for quite some time, and then finally they did like a planned, not planned photo shoot, kind of like they were on the streets of Harlem. They were taken by a paparazzo.
Yeah.
And
a paparazzo.
How does that work? Like, do you think she?
Singular paparazzo.
Oh, so
one
like
paparazzo.
she like hit someone up.
A paparazzo.
Paparazzi is plural.
Yeah, it was one
single pap.
It was a paparazzo.
A paparazzo.
But does she like contact them and be like,
Yes,
hey, just meet me here?
It's a famous guy.
Oh, it is.
Who has known, I think his name is
Diggsy?
Diggsy or Diggsy.
Diggsy.
And
he has to be like oh, let's like he probably makes so much money from that.
He's known to have like very good relationships with celebrities.
Yes.
So if there are times when, you know, like this, where you're not doing the full shoot, but like you want the good paparazzi pictures, whatever, you call Diggsy the paparazzo.
Her stomach must have been cold.
Oh yeah. It was cold out at the beginning of this week, but the way she had like that, the pink.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
It was such a beautiful color.
And
I
really
wonder if that was a subliminal message she was wearing pink.
Oh, Fran, good call.
Or if she just like was like, this pink looks good.
That's why you're a scholar.
Yeah.
She looked amazing. I loved her Instagram post. It was like coming into Black History Month, like, and then it was her pregnant, and she's never posted with ASAP before. Picture with them. They are the best looking couple. Their baby is gonna be the coolest fucking baby ever, the most stylish baby. Their baby is going to outstyle, outcool Blue Ivy, North, all the Kardashian kids.
Forget it.
Like they're
all
style
going
is
to
impeccable.
want to be friends with.
Oh, 100%. She's going to be the coolest kid, or he's going to be the coolest fucking kid alive. Unbelievable news. People were, oh my God, what's your take on this? What's my take on this? I'm the happiest person alive for them.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I feel happiness for them. I saw a very funny tweet that was like, we saw what ASAP was working with, and damn, Rihanna really just loves him for him. Like, that's crazy. But like, honestly, why wouldn't you? Like, they just were always meant to be together. You know, as one of those couples, I have an eye for these things. I gotta stop with this.
The pen. It really is the pen. But I also realized, because I was talking about this recently as well, where it comes down to so many of my favorite couples are the ones that were friends first and then fell in love.
Yes. But like, remember,
this is the perfect example. Friends first, friends for a long time.
Where
he was not ready.
Calling her his sister.
Yeah. He was not ready.
Remember
and then
how I
changed.
felt about Hailey and Justin.
Yeah.
And I was like, Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber belong together.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Happened. A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, I've been rooting for years. I've been like, they belong together. Baby. Having a baby. They're tied together for life now.
Yeah.
They're tied together.
No
Which
matter
was
what.
the happiest part for me. I was like, they're fucking tied together.
No matter what.
That
baby
they're
is
having a
connecting
child.
them.
Yes. Yeah. Awesome news. Happy for them.
So happy.
They seem so in love. They seem so happy. There's pictures from like, I think like a week ago. They're in New York City, Soho somewhere. The way Rihanna is looking at ASAP is like, she is so in love with him and he is so in love with her. Look at me. I'm looking up smiling, thinking about them.
There was this clip that was on the GQ Instagram this week. And I don't know when it was from, if it was an old interview, a new interview, or whatever, but it was the two of them together and it was just darling.
They are fabulous, both of them. I'm just so happy for them. Congrats to A$AP and Rihanna. And we're never getting an album for her now. Never. Doesn't matter though. We're getting a baby.
Yeah.
That's far more.
I saw one funny tweet that was like, what if she names the baby album?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
here she is.
Andy Cohen made that joke on Watch What Happens Live also. He said like, what if they're gonna name the baby New Music?
You know what's weird?
And
New
it's like
music is here.
Rihanna comes out with new music.
Yeah. Rihanna gives birth to new album.
Yeah.
Both of their names, I'm pretty sure, start with an R. Because her real name's Robin Fenty. Mm-hmm. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure A$AP Rocky's real name starts with an R. So I would be curious. Yeah, Rakim. So I'd be curious to see what they name the kid if it starts with an R.
Yeah.
Just something to, look forward to.
You think she calls him Rakim?
I feel like
or Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Flacco.
Rocky's a cool
Rocky.
name.
Rocky
and I
is
feel
cool.
like
Rocky
that's
is
not
a
weird.
cool
Like,
name.
I know somebody in my family named Rocky.
Yeah.
His real name's Rocco.
I feel
but-
like she wouldn't call him either ASAP or Rocky. I feel like,
But like Rocky is like a cute nickname.
Yeah.
I guess. Do you
Oh,
think
it's
he calls her
definitely
Rihanna?
God probably calls her Riri.
Riri.
Ree.
Yeah.
Ree.
Riri.
Not Robin.
Or maybe Robin when
Rob.
she's in trouble.
Rob.
Yeah.
When they're
Isn't that so weird? Like, to think about celebrities like calling like the real names.
their actual names.
Like,
is like-
like Beyonce doesn't call Jay-Z Jay.
I'm sure she does.
No, she calls him Sean.
There's no way she calls him Sean.
I feel like she does.
I actually would put money on her not calling him Sean. I would say Jay.
I think I agree with. I think
You
I
think-
agree with
you
that
think
one.
You think
Beyonce
she's like,
calls-
hey, Jay.
Hey Jay. Jay's a
Jay-Z.
normal name.
Yeah, but that's
Oh wait,
not his name.
wait? You're saying you think?
I think Beyonce calls Jay-Z Jay.
I actually think I agree with Rhea.
Really?
I cannot
'Cause
see her
it's
calling him
short.
Sean. He hasn't gone by Sean in so long. People call him Jay.
Yeah, but like the public.
Yeah, I don't know.
She probably calls him
I,
Hov.
I do normally lean toward calling each other like their
real
real
name.
name.
Yeah.
It's like Selena Gomez calling the Weeknd Abel. Like they call me,
Yeah,
no one's
they-
calling him the Weeknd.
Right, you can't. Well, that one's different because it's like the Weeknd.
Yeah, I guess it's more of a
A$AP
show
Rocky,
name.
People call him Rocky.
Yeah.
because that's like a.
And the Weeknd, like, it just has a. You wouldn't be.
I feel like a lot
you
of
wouldn't be
people
like,
call
"What's
him
up,
Abel."
Weekend?"
That's like
what
a-
up, week?
Yeah,
What'd you say?
But like, do you think
they all call him Abel.
people call Drake, or they're like, if you're dating Drake, do you call him Drake or Aubrey?
Drake.
I feel like if you're dating him, you want to be different, and you're like Aubrey.
I don't
So
know.
many
I don't
people
know.
with different names.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like, does Kylie Jenner call Travis Scott Travis, or does she call him Jack, whatever his
Yeah.
full name
Right,
is?
right,
It's got to be Travis.
right.
Yeah. How do you think Drake's doing?
The answers we'll never have.
I'm sure Drake is. Was probably. I'm more worried about Lil Uzi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember when Lil Uzi posted this can't be real?
Oh man. Yeah, I feel like
Rihanna is
I feel
that
like Drake.
girl,
I feel
right?
like,
Like-
and I feel like Drake has had years to process that not
But
happening.
Rihanna is that girl that every man in the world wants.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone when they were, it's like Rihanna. And A$AP Rocky has that now.
Mm-hmm. Having a baby. Another thing.
And A$AP Rocky, like, let's give him credit. You know how much I love him.
Yeah.
My favorite. I am glad I picked the right one as my favorite rapper.
Yeah,
You know, if Rihanna likes him this much, that must mean he's a
Exactly.
stand-up guy.
I agree. I would like. Rihanna is such a Bravo fan as well. There's been a lot of jokes about the housewives throwing her a baby shower, which would be
my God.
incredible.
Like, and then
like
A$AP
like
shows up at the end.
Andy's like Andy's
Yeah.
baby shower, but it's all
Andy's
the
baby shower
housewives,
was
but it's
sick.
for Rihanna.
That would be so
They
awesome.
make a song about their kid together.
Yeah, just good
I saw
stuff.
A$AP was in the studio like yesterday.
I
New
need.
York.
I'm,
Well, there's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be-
need music.
yeah.
Music. I want.
If there isn't going to be from her, there will be from him.
I need more music from him specifically.
I think he'll put out new music and she'll be like singing on one of them.
Like, I actually like A$AP's music better than Rihanna's, but that's just personally. Obviously, I love Rihanna's music,
Yeah.
but I would if you were like, who do you want first? I would pick A$AP
Yeah.
Rocky.
Yeah,
But most people would probably pick Rihanna.
I would pick Rihanna, obviously.
Yes, obviously. But I'm happy for them. Congrats. Really
Yeah.
cool. The pictures were stunning. Everyone was so excited. I'm happy that they're so open about it.
I agree. It
That means they're really in love. And
was their time. They felt like, let's let the world know.
good for them. Tyler, the creator, is probably upset he lost them. So, as much as I love A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, and I'm very happy for them, you see how I picked up that pen? I'm very happy for them.
I'm curious as to what topic
Where
you're
I'm-
queuing up right now.
Wait for it.
Okay.
Obviously, I was very excited to talk about that. This topic is my
Oh,
favorite topic
oh.
of the week.
Now I
Just
know.
for the subtle fact that Steve Jobs' daughter's name. Steve Jobs' daughter's name is Eve Jobs.
Yeah.
They literally said, we're just going to drop the ST and you're going to be named Eve
That'd be like
Jobs.
if you named your kid Aria.
Yeah, Aria.
Aria.
Nah,
I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah. Or Ancheska.
Cheska. Or Cheska.
Cheska.
My sister might name her kid Aria.
For a
Boy.
boy,
Girl.
girl,
Is that how you
like
pronounce it?
from Pretty Little Liars.
No, Game of Thrones.
Oh.
But that's with a Y though.
duh.
Game of Thrones would probably spell it differently. But also because of me.
Yeah. Why was my first thought
Yeah,
Pretty
and you
Little
also,
Liars?
can I say, you gave such a toot.
But you want to know why? It's because there is an Aria that works here. Mm-hmm. And it's a boy.
It's a boy.
So I think
He's a boy.
Yes, it's a boy.
It's a boy.
So I think I just hear it used that way a lot.
Right.
Like just more.
Yeah, no.
But no, yes. I mean, totally can be used for all. Used for all.
Exactly. Anyways, there's rumors that Chase Stokes is allegedly dating Eve Jobs. Now, I do...
All three of these last topics all have something to do with Dumas.
They do. And so let's just get that out of the way now. But Dumas posted about it, said that they've been talking. Apparently, they've been on vacation. He's going to bring her to his brother's wedding in February. I don't even know how people fucking know this, but it's got to be someone close to them. But then I went to her Instagram, and lo and behold, Mr. Chase Stokes is commenting all over Eve Jobs' Instagram, every single Instagram.
So
that's the telltale sign.
Exactly. Like, you always read those submissions first being like, interesting, maybe not, you know? But when it actually, when you go and look and it's like, oh, so, and they're like flirty. They're flirty.
They're very much like, we're talking.
Yeah, like she posted a picture. The caption was on a Tuesday. And he commented, it's the laces for me, about her outfit. And then one before that, he commented, do you have a headache or something? Because she had her hands like up on her head. Mm-hmm. So, you know, he is a visible presence on her Instagram.
This is when it starts to get sad.
Yeah.
Obviously, Madeline and Chase both going to move on.
Yeah.
It's when you start seeing it publicly where you're like, damn, they really did break up.
But
Yeah,
honestly,
this is making it real.
If this was real,
To
you
be
could,
honest, this calms me down though. Like, I feel like this actually makes me think that, you know,
They
could
okay.
be friends. Like, they could be okay.
Yeah.
Like, they're not, you know, they're both dating other people. It's like, we can both go into filming a new season, being
can both
like,
respect it.
we're just.
he kind of won in a way. If this is real, like, just money wise, you know, Eve Jobs, Zach Bia, secure the bag.
I don't know about that.
I wouldn't.
Oh, she doesn't have any money.
I wouldn't
forgot
jump
about
on
that.
Zach Bia's short. I wouldn't sell him so short there.
Well, I
feel
don't
like
think
Zach-
he has a ton of money.
I think Zach Bia's got it made.
might have a lot of money.
I don't think I think he's friends with people who have tons of money.
The way Zach
How
Bia
does he bring in
dresses,
money?
I think he's got money.
I think
Also-
people send him free clothes probably.
Also, and this might just be like a bad guess, but if you're in the best clubs and bars, like underage, when you're from like living in California, like you're
paying.
probably like your parents probably have money.
Right.
No.
No, listen to me. The first time I ever went to a club, I was 16. I was at like one of those weird bars in the city that you could go when you were underage. They didn't ID you.
Well, you got made
and I was
mistaken
I was with a group of friends.
Yeah.
And these two young kids who were like our age came up to us. So we were like, okay, it's not like older people, like whatever.
Yeah.
One of them knew one of my friends barely through other people, whatever. And we were like, okay, they're cool. They're our age. We'll hang out with them. They were like, do you guys want to go to Up and Down? And we were like, we're all 16, including you guys. How are you going to get us into Up and Down? They were like, we'll get you into Up and Down.
Yeah.
Showed it to Up and Down. These kids paid $10,000 to get us into Up and Down.
Yeah.
And what did we do? We were let right in. The bouncer,
No, but
no
this isn't
questions
Zach
asked,
Bia.
no
do you
IDs
know?
checked.
I know his origin story.
Well, I mean,
I've
we
done my
all
fair
know his
share of-
origin story was that he got mistaken for being in Fetty Wap's
No, I know,
squad.
but also he's like tried to make it known that like he didn't come from money. Like he keeps trying to say that like I did not come from money. I did
Okay,
not, my
well.
parents don't have money.
Yeah.
Then maybe that's not the case.
I
it is
think that
not
was
the
like
case.
on BFFs actually recently.
This
But
makes,
no,
this
and
makes
there's
me happy.
no like, first of all, there's no. I don't like winning. I don't like arguing.
No,
about
I'm
that.
not saying win. I was just joking like oh he.
I don't
doesn't
like
have to
that
work
either.
again.
I don't like
Alright,
a winning.
I don't like that.
I don't
I'm
like
not
a winning the
saying-
breakup
No.
conversation.
But you have to admit that there was
Neither do I. If they're both happy, then that's
Both
all
winning.
that matters, regardless of how much money.
That's
they have.
lovely.
I think
Yeah, it
that's a
is.
lovely way to look at it, and I think that
I think
everyone
people
should
were
listen to your
comparing that.
advice, friend, and listen to that hard, and say that nobody is winning any breakup if both people are happy.
Correct.
Just a joke.
I don't know.
No, we're kidding.
No,
but,
no.
I understood what you were saying.
Yes,
No,
it
Steve
does
Jobs.
seem like
Steve Jobs.
Except that's something that came up the other day when we were talking about it that she doesn't apparently have, or she
Well,
didn't get
no.
a lot of his money or something.
I don't know. That's this is the thing. He made it very clear, I think pre his death, and his wife had made it very clear that all their bajillion dollars that they have was gonna go to just philanthropic areas, and there wasn't going to be like, not all the money that they have amassed is just going to be passed down to the children. Now, I don't think that means none of the money is going to be passed down. Like, I don't think they just leave them with nothing. And from what you can see, like Eve, she's in school, she's was a college student, big horseback rider. It's a very expensive sport. So, there's a lot of...
You did it as a kid.
and then I had to quit because it was too expensive. So to be able to to continue to do it and like do it competing at a really high level, which she does, is insanely expensive.
Could you ride a horse right now?
Yes.
So you're like talented.
I mean, like I'm not Eve Jobs. Like I'm not like an Olympic equestrian.
You know how trash
Kendall.
I am that I've never ridden a horse.
Like,
Kendall's also a very good horseback rider.
Yeah.
You know what
That
I
does
just
seem
realized?
like the richest thing to do. Like
It's a
just ride
very
horse for fun.
expensive sport.
Sport?
It is a sport.
It's a sport.
Equestrian.
Like a race against other horses?
It's an Olympic sport. Equestrian. Jumping.
No, I know equestrian.
Dressage.
I know that. Oh.
What is dressage?
Dressage is like horse dance.
But
when they
you're not a jockey.
No, it's not horse racing.
Yeah. For a second there, I was like, wait, what?
Which is also a sport.
In a horse race?
Also a sport.
I know that.
Both things sports.
Listen to this. Fran also played the piano.
I did play the
Could
piano.
There's
still
one
play
song
the
I could play on the piano.
Not that well, no.
See, I used to play the guitar. I couldn't play it now.
One song I could play on the piano.
What's that?
Miley Cyrus, When I Look at You.
Oh.
I could play Silent Night.
I'd love to hear that one day. What can you play? I bet you could play a whole
And
fucking
No, I really can't.
Walk This Way by Aerosmith.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Walk this way.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
I've lost. Once you stop playing for a while, it's hard.
Next time we go somewhere and we get an Airbnb, we need a piano in the house because I need to know how to play Walk This Way.
Clocks by Coldplay.
That's a good
beautiful.
one.
That's a good one.
That was like the dance monkey dance, like little kid, like when when my parents would have their friends over, they'd be like, okay everyone, Francesca's gonna play clocks.
I feel like that's a
love
hard
that.
one.
Sit at the piano
That is
and
hard.
play clocks.
You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short.
I took piano lessons for like 10 years.
Like the
so.
stuff
That's
I
a
play
long
is just
time.
like I can do it like one finger.
You
Yeah.
have
Not like a
beautiful piano fingers.
I have long fingers, which
Yeah,
helps.
good for
You
the
don't
piano.
need. I was gonna make a joke.
What is
Yeah.
it? Thumbs?
I was
You
gonna make
don't
you don't
need
need
your
your
thumbs?
thumbs to
No.
play piano.
Thank
I mean,
God.
you do.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Did you have
Yeah,
trouble
that
in
makes
To
typing?
properly play the
Yeah.
piano, you absolutely need your thumbs.
Did you have trouble typing in typing school?
They're not like nubs.
Typing, you don't use your thumb as much.
You remember
In the proper
remember when-
typing in the
Yeah, you
in
don't
the
use your
beat.
thumb on
What's
typing.
the program?
I don't remember.
I know what you're talking
Remember when they would
Beavis?
try
about. Where they
to
cover the
what's
cover
the
the
name?
board.
Yeah.
So you memorize it.
I got that shit memorized.
Keyboard.
Remember when they
I'm
would
a
tell
really
you to
good
use your
typer.
thumbs for the space bar though? That was some bullshit. Who uses their
Yeah.
thumbs?
No, I don't. I use.
Uncomfortable.
Oh, Mavis Beacon. Mavis Beacon. That was what we.
That was
That
fun.
was what we would do
Boom, 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 boom.
in computer class when
Yeah.
everyone would see how many words, like how
Oh, I don't think we
many
did
words
that.
you
I
could
loved
type.
computer class.
Yeah. So anyway, Chase Stokes. I mean, Jesus, boy, did we just lose it there. They've been hanging out. I think he's from Orlando. Like he's been spending time at home in Florida. I believe Eve trains, in her barn. Their equestrian life is in Florida as well, so they're close to each other, and they got something going on.
They do, and I'm happy for him because he was wilding out. We saw a lot of TikToks, which is completely fine. You do that.
Yeah.
Single you, fresh off a breakup, wild out, do your
Yeah.
thing. Then he's obviously going to find someone new.
Exactly. So that seems to be the new relationship potentially there.
What do you think about visiting the set of Outer Banks, though? Do you think they keep that separate, or
I think rip the Band-Aid off.
if they're okay with
Yeah,
it, it should be okay,
exactly.
right? Like if they're going to be
If
friends,
they're fine with it, that's fine.
that's almost a better way to get it moving.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Rip the Band-Aid off. Be like, this is the girl I'm dating. This is the boy you're dating. Maybe I don't know. And like you just have to leave it at that.
If you're Chase, Do you think you're asking like a lot of questions about her dad? Like, I would be so curious. Just like, what was he like? What was Steve like?
I would assume she probably tells him. Like, if they get close, she starts opening up. She probably on her own is telling him.
Even though like a lot of reports are that they didn't really have a great relationship.
I don't think they did.
Wasn't he kind of a dick?
Yeah. Did you guys watch the movie, the Michael Fassbender one? Great movie.
With Ashton Kutcher?
No, that's a terrible movie. But they did one called Just Jobs, not Steve Jobs, with Seth Rogen is in it.
Oh.
He played what's his name? Wasowski.
And this is also his
Aaron
older
Sorkin.
daughter as well.
How old?
I think like that was a lot of focus on he has his first child, Reed, and then there's Aaron, and then there's Eve, I think.
Eve is just so funny.
Oh, but then there was the daughter. This is
from
where
the past marriage.
No, he was not. He's only been married, I'm pretty sure, one time.
From his past relationship.
There's Lisa, who she's the daughter of Steve Jobs and Chrisanne Brennan. Jobs initially denied paternity for several years, which led to a legal case and various media reports in the early days of Apple. Lisa and Steve eventually reconciled, and he accepted his paternity. And she's much older. She was born in 1978, and Steve's first child with his wife Lauren was 1991.
Wait, did you ever watch the movie, Fran?
No.
Oh, you guys should watch it. It's good.
Is that the...
Aaron Sorkin wrote it.
Oh, the Aaron...
And what's his name directed it. Really good director. It won an Oscar.
One of my favorite.
That's not the one with Ashton Kutcher?
No.
No, I asked
fun fact about that movie, it was my hangover movie in college. Anytime I was hungover, I would watch the Ashton Kutcher because it was so bad, it would just make me
fall
feel
asleep?
good. No, it would just make me like laugh because I'm like, this
so there's
acting is so bad.
Steve Jobs.
I can't see Ashton Kutcher playing
So there is the movie
Jobs.
Steve Jobs film that was directed by Danny Boyle, written by Aaron Sorkin. That's That's the Michael Fassbender.
The full name Steve Jobs is Danny Boyle. That's the good one. Just Jobs, Ashton Kutcher. Bad. There's a scene
the Ashton Kutcher one
in that movie with Ashton Kutcher where it is so bad that it's good.
I've seen neither, so
watch the good one.
I can't comment on.
Like,
I can't comment on either one besides the fact that Eve and Chase.
Good for them.
Yeah.
There's always talks now about whether cable TV is worth it. Do people even use cable anymore? They use it for sports because you want to watch sports live. But let me tell you, you don't need cable TV when you have Sling TV. Whether you're watching sports live, you want to watch Summer House, you want to watch anything on E, Bravo, MTV, whatever it is, you want to just watch a movie, Sling TV has you covered. It's also the easiest way to watch college basketball. March Madness is only around the corner, so you're going to want to have Sling TV for that. It's super easy. Also, they have the Barstool channel on there, so you could watch us, you could watch the Yak Stool streams, exclusive Barstool content on Sling TV for free on the Barstool Sports channel. Right now, you could start at just $35 a month, and you'll sign up and try it absolutely free for 3 days. You could try it out free for 3 days. If you don't like it, cancel it, but you'll get it $35 just the first month. So go to sling.com/barstool to sign up now and try it for free for the first 3 days, absolutely free. Then $35 for the first month. Make sure you check out Sling if you're looking for an alternative to cable TV. It's the best way to go.
So while some things you can fact check and see, like, oh, Chase, Eve, they follow each other on Instagram, they're commenting, seems like there's some kind of actual connection, whether it's friendship or more than that, we don't know. We can just speculate. On the other side of that is when you get instances like this, where someone submits a story about Harry Jowsey and Khloe Kardashian dating and him bringing flowers to her house, and just an absolutely absurd submission, right? It says, one of my closest friends works at a very well-known PR agency in LA, and it's confirmed that Khloe and Harry are talking. Apparently they've been DMing back and forth and texting, and then last night he picked up a Bentley and flowers just to deliver them to her house. Dumont posted that and was like, first of all, wrote, no fucking way. Like, there's no way this is true. And then someone else commented like, yeah, there's no way that this is true. But it is crazy how much now things move through that account, because Harry just capitalized on this big time, and he posted a carousel of photos, and the second or third one was inside a Bentley with all these flowers in the passenger seat. No, didn't acknowledge it in the caption, didn't reshare. It was just like slid it in with a mix of all other photos of himself, totally knowing what he's doing. And that blew up so fast. And Khloe was also so quick. She must have seen it in 2 seconds. She saw it on all the Kardashian fan accounts, and she commented in one, all caps, not true.
This is so funny to think about.
Absolutely not true is what she wrote.
I didn't really believe this one.
No.
Because I just cannot see Khloe Kardashian and Harry Jowsey together.
No.
I feel like Khloe Kardashian would step all over Harry Jowsey, but he obviously knows how to play into the social media game. We've seen it time and time again. He's great at TikTok. He's got his podcast. He knows how to play people. He did it forever with Francesca.
Yeah.
He knows how to get the people talking.
Strategically smart move.
So smart to have people, and then to have
And
Khloe
he did
Kardashian
it so fast.
and to have Khloe Kardashian step in and comment.
Yeah.
Comment. Why did I say it like that? It's this fucking pen. I'm making sure every segment now to mention this pen. People are gonna say we have to throw this pen away. Yeah. But it's really smart. You get Khloe involved, and it's just funny all around to think about the fact that there is a rumor of Harry Jowsey and Khloe Kardashian.
That's so ridiculous.
There is no way Khloe Kardashian is going through this traumatic experience with Tristan Thompson, finding out he's fathering somebody else's baby. 2 weeks later, she's with Harry Jowsey. There's no way. There's just no way.
No, but it's funny. You can laugh at it. And, Harry's done some questionable things for clout. And this one, I got to be honest, can't blame him.
Oh, no, not at all.
Can't blame
Khloe
him.
Kardashian.
To try and capitalize off a rumor that you're dating Khloe Kardashian, you're just jumping into that one head first, which is also why I bet Khloe was so fast to be like, what the fuck? No. Like, no.
If you have a rumor that you're dating one of the Kardashians, you have to run with it.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably how Pete and Kim ended up together. It was like, Pete was like, oh, I see an opening here. People think that there might be something. I'm in.
And this is just going to continue, and it does happen already, but it's just interesting to even think about the account as a whole, like just everything about Dumas to begin with, because
It's
now
really crazy. It is picked up so much in the last year.
So much. And now, like, the power that person has, like, the way that goes to your head to be the person who fucking made that up out of nowhere, because people do that all the time, like, and fan accounts do it all the time, to like try and, it's like, oh, I'm gonna send this and they're gonna post it and people are gonna talk about it. This person sent this in, whatever, like, was whatever fake submission, and you have Khloe Kardashian commenting about it. Like, you reached Khloe. Like, your submission has made it to Khloe Kardashian.
Props to that person.
It's wild.
It's a dangerous account.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, people are just going to try and continue to come up with more and more absolutely absurd things, because the most absurd things are the ones that make the celebrities comment, because they're like, fuck, no. Like, what the fuck?
Like, Khloe's like, I don't need people thinking I'm dating Harry Jowsey.
Yeah, like, I got to get ahead of this one quick. So, if you were rooting for that one, not happening. Already a fantastic season of Summer House that we're getting, and I know it's hard because it's on Monday nights and The Bachelor, and we're obviously doing a ton for The Bachelor. So once we are able to actually watch Summer House and talk about it, it makes me so happy. But this episode, Craig came to visit, and it's this whole big thing because Paige and Andrea, like, what's happening? They're still having their flirty moments. Andrea and Craig are talking because they were friends in Winter House, and the drama's great. And now, once again, Dumas, comes into play here, because Lindsay pulls Paige aside and is like, I got to tell you, friend to friend here, I talked to Austin, and apparently it's Craig hooking up with Kristen Cavallari. And we all read these submissions when they were coming out. And so it's funny because Paige's reaction was like, I mean, I've seen it on Dumas, but like, I don't know, like, if it's real or not real or whatever. And so she asks Craig about it, and he responds. He's like, yeah, it was me, whatever. He says what he says a couple of times. I don't know. He's trying to play it off like, me and Paige, like, we agreed. We can see other people, like, the whole thing.
Which they did.
100%. you're changing the game when it's Kristen Cavallari. You just are. You can have as many rules as you want, but you're playing a different game when you throw Kristen into the mix. And Paige was so cute because even in her confessional, she's like, I mean, like, it's Kristen Cavallari. I love her.
Yeah.
So she's, of course, upset about it. And then Craig went to, like, bad, like, Southern Charm Craig, where he's like, Paige, I didn't think you were this weak. Like, being so rude. And, like, why are you letting this get to you? Lindsay, she fucking sucks. Like, starts berating Lindsay. And then he's like, Austin's a loser. Lindsay's a loser. He's having this total, like, moment where you can tell he is very defensive. So clearly he's trying to cover up something because now he's blaming Lindsay, he's blaming Austin, he's yelling about everyone. And he's yelling at Paige, and it's like, I don't like what I'm seeing. And Maya was like, this dude just gaslit the shit out of you. Like, oh, you're so weak. Like, are you kidding me? You're not weak at all. So all the girls are upset. We'll see what happens. But what was funny after this episode came out is that a source, wasn't Kristen Cavallari directly, but a source, told Us Weekly that, like, that hookup between Kristen and Craig never happened, that he made it up.
Which just don't believe
can't
that.
be possible.
That can't be possible because why would he want to get in trouble with Paige?
Exactly.
Like there is no reason for him to make that up.
No reason. Like there's just, even for the clout, like there's no reason. You're in this house for the weekend, you're visiting Paige, like want to have a good weekend. You just traveled to the Hamptons. You're thinking you'll have like some nice, you go on a date, like, you know, maybe you hook up, you have a nice time. To shoot yourself in the foot and be like, and lie and be like, yeah, I hooked up with Kristen Cavallari, and then have Paige be mad at you the whole weekend. Why would you do that?
Yeah, it would seem like a ridiculous lie.
I think she's just embarrassed.
I think she's just like, I don't want people thinking I hooked up with Craig and whoever she's probably dating now.
Or just anyone. Like, I think she would say it about anyone.
And also, whoever, she might be dating somebody now that she is lying to them about it and she doesn't want them to know. I 100% believe they did, because I don't think Craig would just say that and then ruin his weekend with Paige. Like you said, I think that would be ridiculous. If anything, he would lie and be like, no, I didn't hook up with Kristen Cavallari. I don't need that.
Exactly. If anything, he would be like, Lindsay's lying. Like, I didn't do that.
Exactly. So I think that it's bullshit now that sources are saying they didn't, because I think it's very clear they did. But I'm just happy to see that Paige and Craig are happy together now.
Exactly.
Like, we're watching these fights now, and it's beginning talking stages. They're not fully together yet. I'm happy to see where they are now.
I am too, but I will say, just, you know, Craig, I didn't like that.
Yeah. And hopefully Craig's coming in here soon.
I know. I would love to have him. We want to have him
We're in
back.
talks to have Craig in here.
And
We're in talks.
It's the fucking pen. We're in talks to have
I tapped it.
Like,
we need a replay on that. I tapped it. We're in talks to have Craig in here.
Closed door talks to have
I
Craig
might
back
sit
in
here all night and study. Like the way that I've been having this pen in my hand.
But yeah, no, I just I didn't like that. And however, what I did like was there was a comment from Pat, Southern Charm, like just on a Bravo post being like, the drama's so good in Summer House. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, just wait till Southern Charm. Like, oh, fuck yeah. I can't wait.
Honestly, I'm
like the most excited
in.
For Southern Charm I've ever been.
I'm
I think is going into this season. So there's that. I just want to, make it clear. Craig didn't love the way you spoke to her there. Clearly, you guys are making it work. They were very cute at the Giggly Squad show that this week in LA that Craig was at. They looked adorable. But don't be talking to her like that.
Yeah, no, we won't have that.
Yeah, no, we won't. If you guys listen to this podcast, you know I was just talking recently about Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra having a baby. And I joked, seeing Nick have a baby, does that mean I'm ready to have a baby? I don't know. I'm not right now, but
soon enough,
it does make you think.
Years.
It does make you think. It does make you think, should I be planning for these things? Getting the information that you need, which is great. Like to say, knowledge is power. So if you have no idea, if it's not something you've ever thought of, you can start thinking about it. Or, if you are in the point of your life where you really are, you want to have kids, you're ready for that next step, it is really important to get that fertility insight. And this way, you don't have to go to the doctor if you use modern fertility. You should still go to the doctor, but this makes it easy. That's why modern fertility was created.
I'd like to say, for people who I have endometriosis, it's like a scary thing. You can find out if you have sometimes you can't have kids, sometimes you can. This is also a good way to check that out.
Exactly. So it's an easy and affordable way to test your fertility hormones at home with a simple finger prick. You mail it in with the prepaid label and you'll get your personalized results within 10 days. You get insight into your hormone levels, your ovarian reserve, which is how many eggs you have compared to other women your age, and other important fertility factors. The results go deep into what every hormone means, and you can also talk one-on-one with a fertility nurse to review your results and options for next steps. Traditional testing with your doctor can cost over $1,000, but Modern Fertility gets you the same info at $159, which is just a fraction of the price. Also, if you have an HSA or FSA, you can put those dollars toward Modern Fertility. So if you want kids today or maybe just one day down the line, clinically sound info into your body can help you make the decision that's right for you. Right now, Modern Fertility is offering our listeners $20 off the test when you go to modernfertility.com/chicks. That means your test will cost $139 instead of the hundreds of thousands it could cost at a doctor's office. Get $20 off your fertility test when you go to modernfertility.com/chicks. That's modernfertility.com/chicks.
All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We have Melissa Gorga in studio. This is now your third time on the show, I would say.
Yes.
You were here one other time, then we did over Zoom. Now you're back. We were recently, thank God, we were recently with your husband who was here on the show.
Yes.
And he gave us some great words of wisdom that we used on our live tour.
I'm sure he did.
No, we really did.
No, I
We,
did.
like,
I
we
ended every show.
Started.
I started every show with something he said to me.
Come on.
Every single show.
Oh,
I
don't
started
tell
it.
him this. His
I started every single show and I said, recently we had Joe Gorga on the podcast and he said, if you like me, if you like me, if you don't, what was it? I said it before every show. It
was like,
now I can't remember.
Now he can't remember.
No. He said, he was like, look, if you like me, and if you don't like me, fuck off, or
Yes,
like fuck you, or whatever.
And so
if you
I
don't like
started
me,
every
fuck
show
you.
like that, and then we took a shot.
Oh, and that's exactly what he would do.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we like really channeled that energy, and then recently we just talked about this before we started, but we'll talk about it here. My parents and my whole family, basically, like both my aunts, my cousins, all went to Joe's Long Island show.
And it was all shows for them
yes.
to go to. Like, that's the one.
Yeah. It was right after he was on our show.
It was right
also.
after, very recently after. And so when I brought up to you that they went, you go, oh no, don't tell me it was the Long Island show. I said,
can't.
no, it was the Long Island show.
You have no idea the secondhand embarrassment that I had from that show. He was just not himself. He was, first of all, he took Sudafed.
Yeah.
He felt stuffy. He didn't feel good. So at one point during the day, he took a couple Sudafed.
Yeah.
Well, when he gets to every show, like people are excited for him to be there. So whoever
Yeah.
owns the space or whatever it is always has like Johnny Walker Black.
Yes.
Or not even black, blue, which is like drinking gasoline.
Right. Yep.
Waiting for him because that's like his thing.
Right, it's like
I think
87
half
proof, like-
I think it was like half gone by the time he had gone onto the stage. And with the Sudafed, it hits different.
I've been there.
No, it hits
I've
like you're in
taken a
another
couple,
world.
Before I knew how to take allergy medicine, which is weird, there was one night I remember that I took, you take like one Zyrtec or one Allegra, one Claritin like for the day. I remember taking like 2 or 3 Claritin because I thought it was like Sudafed or whatever. And I was so fucked up. Like
You were, like,
allergy
lit.
medicine mixed with alcohol, it'll do that to you.
Yeah. and
Johnny
Sudafed
Walker
just-
Blue straight, half
Yeah.
a bottle
Yeah.
by the time because the guys were like, they were like Italian, Long Island guys.
Yep.
They were all like, what's up, Joe? Let's
Yeah.
go. We got.
I mean, I'm going to
sitting
bring up the
there-
pictures now just for the YouTube aspect of it.
Okay, but that is. He got on the stage and he was literally staring.
He literally looks like he's a part of my family.
Oh my
does.
God, that's so cute. Did you explain to your mom that he had a bad day?
Yeah.
They were there for it.
She
They
sent
knew.
me. Rhea sent me such a funny text afterwards.
Were
She was
they
like,
dying? Were they like, something's wrong with this guy? He's
Yeah,
not a
no,
normal guy. Like,
Rhea
what
texted me and was like,
give me her
Joey-
honest reaction before she
They were
met
like,
him
we're
and
worried. Joe
fell in.
Gorga's show was wild.
Literally, they called me up. Actually, I was on my way out that night when they FaceTimed me. And I was like, I can't FaceTime right now. I'm on my way. They were like, no, you have to answer. And I answered and they were like, you won't fucking believe what happened at the show. My aunts like got into fights with people at the crowd. My aunt, I'm pretty sure, called another woman a cunt in the
that
crowd.
was
Like,
so nice of them.
there was a lot going on. But they were like, he was really fucked up. And my dad
was.
goes, we never got to hear the end of his story about the construction guy. Like they were like, we never got to hear the end of the stories.
No, I can't
And
believe
then-
he said that. Do you know what's the biggest running? So I was there. I don't go to all of them. I was there that night with a table of friends. We joke with him now every day. All he said the whole time he was on. So let me tell you about the guy Javier. Let me tell you about Javier.
That's my dad said we never
I'm gonna
heard.
get to the point and tell you about Javier. By the time we left, we're like, where the fuck is Javier?
Yeah. That's what my dad said. He said, we never fucking learned what happened with Javier. We're on the edge of our seat.
I love him. That is his star. No, it was secondhand embarrassed. Like if I could crawl under the table and also feel bad for my husband at the same time because I'm like, this is not like him. I don't know what's happening right now. I wanted to die and I was mortified for him. So I literally had to go on stage and take him off. Yeah. I didn't know what else to do. I didn't want him to end up saying something like really bad that he's going to cancel us. Yeah. Who the hell knows? Like
you're like in the Long Island crowd too. They'll be the first to like videotape you.
But also the Long Island crowd, like if he says something cancelable, they'll probably just agree.
Yeah. I was just like, I don't think he even knows like what he's saying. He's not in his right mind. I'm like, I got to get him off the stage. Right. And he got annoyed. When I went up on the stage, he looked at me like, get off the stage.
He's like, this is my show.
And I'm like, no, you get off the stage.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure because obviously they felt bad for him too because they had heard him on our show and they're like, he's great. They watch him. They love you guys. Obviously, that's why they went to the show or else they wouldn't have went. Pretty sure somebody messaged him being like, don't worry about the other night. Like, you did your best. I was like, you guys don't need to do that. But that's very nice of you.
Sweet. No, he actually got a lot of messages saying like they all knew he was not in his right mind. There was a couple assholes in the crowd. Right, of course. Which I got because, it didn't mean to happen. It was bad though. I'll just tell you, it was bad. It was
on
like,
TMZ.
It was on TMZ.
But it's probably a funny thing to look back on now. You're laughing about it now.
We all laugh about Javier every single day. We're all like, what happened with Javier, Joe?
Right.
You got the answers yet?
Anytime he gets like a little long-winded, you'd be like, all right, Javier.
Yes. Like, no, like every time he's about to go to a show now, I'm like, just don't talk about Javier. Yeah. Like whatever you do, don't talk about. But every other show, and just to wrap this up in his defense, he's really good at it. Yeah. He makes everyone laugh. I was in complete shock because, he makes everyone laugh at the expense of me most of the time because he's talking about my vagina and anything else he can like think of sexually. But he literally makes people laugh. He's that guy. Like if you come to dinner with us as couples, he's going to make you laugh the whole time we're there, just talking about life. He's a lifer.
Absolutely. He made us crack up in here. We were dying.
You would have thought like Brad Pitt was walking through this office. Like all the guys like in the office, they were like, "Oh, Joe Gorga's here!" Like they were all freaking
they
out.
All stopped him for a picture.
He was here an
anyone's been stopped for a picture.
He was here for like an extra 20 minutes.
There's been some pretty famous people in this building.
After like serious, everyone was like, "Oh my god, we gotta get a picture. We have to get a picture with Joe."
Really?
It was so
my god,
funny.
He must have been loving that.
It was like, but now you can kind of like combat that, right? Like he's on stage, comedy, he's talking about you. Now you have your podcast. Yes. You can talk about him.
Yes. Yep. Yes. And I do too. Yes. Yeah. I've been throwing him under the bus on my podcast like crazy. You have
your podcast is called On Display with Melissa Gorga.
On Display.
When can people listen to it?
So it's every Thursday morning. We drop a new one. It's been super fun. I have a lot of my celebrity friends and guests come on too. But then there's ones that I just do with the fam and with Joe, and they're the most fun, obviously, because I admitted to everyone that I once made him take a lie detector test because I thought he was getting a blowjob, and I heard it all over the phone. I swear I heard it. I swear.
Can you tell us that story?
Oh my God. So it was actually the morning my sister-in-law was leaving to be taken to prison. Mm-hmm. And it was a Sunday morning, and he went out, and he was, I guess because we own properties, it was snowy. So he went to like break the snow off something at one of his buildings or something. So he says his phone was in his sweats, and his sweats were big, so it was like jiggling around in there. And he was moaning. He was like, he was like hitting it, and he was like, and it pocket dialed me. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, like this is happening. I freaked.
But you couldn't hang up. You were like, I have to listen to this through.
I fell to my knees like a whack job. Like, what is happening? I was like, I heard it, and then I heard the word dick. So I could have swore he said like, suck. Yeah. So I lost my shit. So what do? I call his phone right away. I'm like, where are you? I heard you. I'm like frantic. I'm frantic. And he was like, what? Like, what are you? I'm digging. I have a shovel. Like, and I'm like, no, you're moaning. You said the word dick. I heard it. What are you being sucked on? Like, what is happening? Like,
being sucked off over there?
Yeah. Like I completely freaked out. And he, he basically then, hold on. This is it. This is the thing. So right away I'm like, FaceTime. Like I press
Yes.
FaceTime. The motherfucker doesn't answer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, now you're done.
Yeah.
Now you're done. Because if you're sitting in your truck with a shovel,
Yeah.
then answer the FaceTime. I'm like, why do you need to? Because you're crazy. I'm like, what? So that's what made me go nutty, that he didn't answer the FaceTime. But I really was like in another state. I was a savage. Like I was freaking out. So when he came home, I was like, you're not allowed in this house. He's like, why? I'm like, lie detector test now or you're not coming home. And so, no,
How did you
actually,
even
let me
find
just
someone like. Did you have to hire a professional?
No, so he was at work all day. Let me reiterate. He was at work all day. I'm calling lie detector people.
Yeah.
Okay. So I find one. It's I tell him just meet me there because you're not coming home. Meet me there. He's late to everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And I talk about this all on my podcast.
Yeah.
This is crazy, and everyone agrees with me on this. He's late to everything. He was there before me. Okay. Sitting there. I was like, what'd you do? Go up there and pay her off?
Yeah.
Did she suck your dick?
She was in. That's me. I'm like. So you have never been early to an appointment in your life? Like, how much did you write the check for?
Yeah.
And he was just looking at me. I just couldn't get past it. Like I was like, and he's not. I've never caught Joe cheating. I've never caught anything, but. You could I swore he passed the lie detector test, but who cares? Like maybe he knows how to pass one. I don't know.
Are you still convinced that it's not 100% true?
No, I think now, like the way he describes the story and what was going on that morning with him and his sister, they had a talk.
Right.
And he was pissed.
Yeah.
And when he's mad, he does talk stupid. So I could see him like shoveling like dick, son of a fuck. Like, and I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like I was freaking out.
I don't know if he could focus in a blowjob if his sister's going to prison that morning too.
Right, like
you know?
I mean, who does
It'd be
that?
kind of disrespectful.
Well, to be honest, that was one of his points to fix it. He's like, who, as their sister is being taken away, is sitting there and on Sunday morning while their wife is home and just like enjoying that? And I'm like, all right,
Good point.
fine.
Good point.
I'm like, you're lucky this time, but don't let me hear it again.
Have you guys hit a point yet where he, and I know you guys, I'm sure, go back and forth a ton, but has he been like, please don't talk about this on the podcast?
No, I just threw him under the bus completely. So I ratted him out on so many other things too.
Yeah.
And I love it because he gets all excited. You saw when he comes here, he likes it, right?
Yeah.
So he sits down. I'm like, tell everybody why you're so bad at this. And he's just like, he just looks at me from across the table and I'm like, yeah, tell them how jealous you are. Tell them that like you're not really that cool when I want to go out to dinner with my girlfriend. Like I'll just rip them. I just like rip them. Like the other day we had a story about I was going to New York City having a girls' night with all the girls, like me and my family, my cousins and my sisters. We do it like once a year to go see like a show in the city and have a whole sleepover night out. So, the guys don't go. He calls me at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's like, yeah, me and all the guys are coming to the city. And I'm like, who does that? Like, go to Atlantic City. He's like, the city's huge. I'm like, I don't care. Like, don't cross the bridge.
Right.
Stay over there and have a guys' night. Like, you don't rain on our parade.
That's such an Italian guy thing to do, though. Like, my dad is like, when my mom wants to do something, go get her nails done, he calls her like 5 times throughout the whole appointment.
It's
He's
just
like,
they have-
when you
Well, your
coming home?
parents can't
When you
do
coming
anything
home?
without
No, they
each
can't.
other.
They can't.
It's so crazy.
If my
It's an
mom
Italian
leaves, it's a
thing.
problem.
Yeah, see,
nice.
I know. I have to tell my daughter this all the time. I'm just like, Irish men are very nice and Germans and everything else. Like, it doesn't have to be an Italian.
And Joe's like, they better be
nice
Italian.
Jewish boy.
Yep.
I'm
Treat
just
you
like,
right.
Yeah, I'm just like, he's so like, oh my God, he's got that.
But
thing.
he's so open, like talking sexually about you guys and everything. So you should be able to talk about all the other stuff.
I know. Well, I do. Trust me. I just like throw him for a loop. Every time he'll call me, like, so I'm gonna be on the podcast. Like, what are we gonna talk about? I'm like, I don't know.
Wait and
We'll
see.
see. But it's
Save
just
it for the
fun.
pod.
Yeah, but he gets a little annoyed because he doesn't like to look wrong either. So he gets like a little annoyed with me. But I don't care. I like to talk about real life stuff, relationships, everything that I talk about. It's like what every marriage goes through, and a lot of people go through. So it's fun. Listen, we've put our lives out there for so many years. I mean, what the hell? Might as well just give it all away at this point.
How do you plan for your podcast each week? Like, how do you decide which one of your friends is going to come on, a different guest?
Yeah, I mean,
family.
listen, it depends what's going on. Like Lala Kent has a lot of going on right now. So of course I had her on. I wanted to talk to her about like where she's at and how she felt. And like, I spoke to Janet Kramer because she has such craziness. Yeah, she has so much going on.
Her life is a whirlwind.
Yeah.
It is. Well, she really does like show it all. I mean, she's crying, which I think is ballsy because I know you'll get a lot of hate for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I said that to her. I'm like, a lot of people are going to say like, stop boo-hooing your whole way through, but then there's other women who are like home crying and like appreciate it because they got cheated on or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I just like to keep it real. I feel like I'm a girl's girl. I like to like I'm just like I like good topics. Like I love relationship talk. I love family talk. I love so that's pretty much like what we keep it at.
I like the relationship stuff. I just feel like that's such a perfect corner for you guys because you have the best stories. You've been together for so long.
Yeah.
Where like you want like it not even necessarily is people be like, I'm gonna do exactly what like Melissa and Joe Gorga are doing, but like it's entertaining.
No,
it's fun. It's
and also
great.
relatable. Like we saw in the past seasons, like there were some bumps in the road, but you guys obviously love each other and like you just see it all.
Yeah, we do. Listen, it's not easy. We've been on a reality show for 12 years and we've only been married for 17. So it's like, that is a long time to be married on reality television. And I think we're doing a pretty decent job. We have great kids, a great family. We've managed to all stay sane. So I think that, there's a lot of reality couples out there that can't do it. And I think we're doing pretty good.
We both like took a breath the same exact way. That freaked me out.
It did. It freaked me out too.
I was going to talk about Real Housewives now.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
Okay, then you go
No,
first.
but you go. We'll bring it back.
Okay. New Jersey. We're starting up again. Season 12, which is
12.
crazy. I've watched, when this airs, everyone will have seen the first episode. We have not watched yet. I've just watched the trailer 9 million times gearing up for this. And it's looking pretty crazy. Once again, I don't know how you guys continue to top it every year, but it looks like you're doing it.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is about relationships. There's a lot of like roller coaster stuff going on with like the relationships, and I feel like some people's walls get knocked down and we get to see inside a little bit.
Yeah.
The one thing I love about Jersey is that as much as it changes, it stays the same, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's so true.
With a lot of
so
the
true.
other Real Housewives franchises, like a lot changes. We've talked about this. Beverly Hills, they don't really reveal as much as we'd like them to.
Right.
New York City has not been the same in a little while. Jersey, you guys stay the same no matter what. No matter if the people change or whatever, your attitudes, everything you show always stays the same. And that's why it's always my favorite.
Good.
Yeah. That is a good point, Rhea, because I did think that exact thing when I was watching the trailer and like saw Teresa like throw stuff across the table. I'm like,
good old Teresa.
I'm like, Teresa, she could have just flipped the table. It would have just been like time as a circle, like just
crazy
doing it all again. But yeah, it does feel very like friendship focused, relationship focused.
A lot of relationships.
Yeah.
Obviously, Teresa has a new man, so she's introducing him all to us. Some of us have too many questions. Some of my castmates, I should say, have a lot of questions. There was rumors about him. There was stuff on the internet. So, some of the girls just relentlessly keep asking the questions, which I'm sure you can assume that that's going to piss Teresa off, and she wants everyone to back off. And I think I asked a couple questions too in the beginning, but as time moves on and I see that like she's happy, this is going to be my brother-in-law. Yeah, like I need to like accept him because she's happy, so that's it. And I think he's a great guy. He seems good as long as she's happy in her little love bubble.
Right.
Like I want her to stay there, be happy. It's like there's no reason to try to figure out everything that's wrong with this guy or his past. I mean, we all have a past. How crazy. I mean, you can't think about some of your exes. Like, do you have any crazy stories? Because I'm sure you do, right? Like, I have some stories that would blow your mind. I used to hang, like, as he would pull away, I'd hold the door, like, roll down the window as it would drive. Like, you're not leaving. Like I was a mess. So it's like,
and think about that flip too, right? Like, say Louis, right? Louis was on a reality TV star, and like Teresa was the new girlfriend coming in.
Yeah.
All of his friends would be like,
do you have
Teresa?
any idea? Yeah, they'd be like, she did this, she did that, she had this happen to her life, her ex-husband.
Exactly. And
they
so
would
like
ream her
everybody
new
has
asshole.
something.
Right. You know what? That is a very good point. I should have used that in my confessionals. I like that.
Yes, thank you.
Because like if we flip it,
If you flip the script, like they'd be
Right.
like probably questioning Teresa,
Right.
but like
Think
Teresa's
so?
in a good place now, and
and who
like,
knows what his family was saying? Like, wait, what are you doing with this reality
Yeah.
star human?
Yeah, it's
Do you know
kind of
what I
like
mean?
as like we talked about this with Summer House. The couple was like terrible drunk fighting, terrible.
Oh, the blondes.
Yeah, the blondes.
Kyle and Amanda, yes, the blondes. Yes.
I always said the blondes.
Yes.
And we were saying like, imagine your drunk fights with your significant other got out there like
TV.
Exactly on TV. You just gotta like
I've
look
had
at it from
one or
different
two, but,
perspectives.
like,
Yeah.
No, not like my young years fighting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not like the first year
Right.
married and like engagement years. Those can
that
get,
was it. Their engagement. They're in the engagement year.
Yeah.
And she's like throwing
they're
his
just
stuff.
engaged, right? Yeah. So
yeah.
that could get nutty.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
could get nutty.
Now you mentioned you've been married for 17 years. That's a
Yes,
long time.
It is.
How do you guys keep it fresh, or is it just because of your personalities? You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
feel like with some couples who have been together that long, they're kind of boring. It's the same old, same old. But you guys have very out there personalities. Is that how it stays so fresh all the time?
I have to say yes to that. I really do, because it's just, we're just a lot, both of us. Like, I have a lot on my mind. He has a lot of, I have energy, like, and he has energy.
Yeah.
So sometimes I say that's not good for us. Like, someone needs to be the one that's like, you win, honey, you move on. Like,
Yeah.
or even just like you take the mic type
Right.
thing. But we're both just like move. So like we both have so much energy, but together it's pretty crazy, because people are like, wow, like they're amazing, they're a power couple, they're, you know. And then when we fight, it's like no one's backing down. It goes on and on. It's like he's a big grudge holder and I am not.
Yeah.
I'm more of like I am impulsive and I want to freak like a savage. And like I'll call you in an hour and be like, all right, so we got that out. Like
Yeah.
where Joe will look at you sideways literally for like a minimum of 3 to 4 days. If you try to talk to him, he's like, you know, there's just nothing out of him. So we have completely different like fight styles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it is a mixture of like our love of life. We're lifers. We are not gonna lay down and be like, oh, we've been married for 7 years. Like we go out probably more than you guys do.
Probably,
We
yes. Probably, yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like we do dinners every weekend. We have like a friend group that we hang with.
I love that. I
Yeah.
think that's so important. And I feel like a lot of times when people get to a certain age, like, you know, my parents are the same way. They go out with their friends every weekend. They go out more than I do. Like, they're always doing something. And my sister, too, she just turned 30. And, like, you just would never know that she turned 30, right? Because she does not act like all the time, like, oh, I'm so old, I'm 30. I hate when people do that.
Yeah, you
it's
can't
like
do that.
life doesn't just stop at a certain age. It's not like, oh, I'm old now, I can't do this. Like, no, keep going out, hang out with your friends.
Right. No, exactly. That's how I feel. Like I think age is just a number completely, but I truly live that way. I live that way, and I always have. I mean, listen, I was a young mom, you know, at 25 years old. So it's a little different for me because I've been through a lot of those years, and I'm very self-made now and established. You know, at where I'm at now, and I have a 16-year-old. Do you know what I mean? So it's crazy. I think my life's a little different because nowadays people are like, you know, you're not getting married at 30. I mean, they are, but like you're not getting married at 25. You're waiting till like 30, 31, 32, 40.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, it's just a different world.
It seems like it keeps moving back as time goes on.
It does,
It does.
right?
It definitely does.
Which, you know, I'm not mad at it. I guess like
Yeah.
live your lives. There's no rush. I think there used to be like this thing where it was like, oh my God, you're 26, you're 27. Like you don't have like, you're not engaged yet. You don't have your thing yet. Like you're not gonna have a baby. Like it's not like that anymore, which I feel like the pressure is kind of off, which is good. No?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was younger, I'm only 24 now, but when I was younger, it was like, you know, in school, it'd be like, what do you want to be when you grow up? What age do you want to get married? And it was like, I want to be married and have kids by 25. It's like, I can't even think about that now. Like, that is such a...
So that was me. That was me.
Right, but it's like, now... It feels normal for us to be this age and not be married and have kids.
It's also
my mom
very
was
new-
married
it's
at
also-
20.
Listen, I met Joe at 24.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I met Joe at like when I was your age. That's when I met Joe. And I kind of, and believe me, I partied like up until 24. Like believe me, I've done it all. I've been everywhere. I've been in this city since I'm 16.
Yeah.
Like, so I lived and I was kind of ready too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was just like, all right. And he was just such a put together different guy than the other guys that I met. He was like, you know, a little bit more old school, which at the time I kind of appreciated it because I'm like, everyone else is just a bunch of losers. And like, you're so put together. You're so work driven. I worked 3 jobs at the time. I was just like a go-getter hustler, always have been. And so we just matched up and we were like, let's just build a life, like a really good one. And let's like live in a big house and have some cute kids.
And it's worked out for you.
Go on vacation. And I'm like, hey, we did it, huh? We did it. Yeah.
No, you definitely did. This upcoming, and we've seen so much of it, right? Which is why the show has been so great, because we have seen the family grow, the family change, the family dynamic.
Yeah.
A big part of that trailer that stuck out to me was Joe and Gia.
Oh my God, I know. It's so hard for me to watch
Which
that.
is like, as has to be, right? Like,
yes, because she is 18.
and she's obviously
not 18.
so
She
like,
just turned 21.
Yeah, she just turned 21, and her, you know, her father, she's not gonna. It's her father.
It's her father,
Yeah.
right? So I always try. I think it's very clear to see how much Joe loves Gia. Those
Yes.
two have had like a special bond. When I came around, she was 2,
in the
and
morning.
Yeah.
Thinking about so many things.
and that was about Joe.
That was about
also.
Joe. Yeah,
Just so
yeah.
you know.
Yes,
Like she's
yeah.
always been obsessed with him. They've always had like a crazy, like a wonderful like relationship. He loves her. He really does. So I think he just gets so insulted. He doesn't go out there saying stuff about Joe.
Yeah.
It's very opposite. So I get why, you know, she gets frustrated because if he ever answers anything, but then it's like Joe's always his back's up against the wall because, you know, you can't say anything to anyone about their mother or father. It doesn't matter. You're always going to lose, you know?
Yeah.
So he tries not to, but he also feels like they don't always see the other side of what he says. And he's like, if I defend myself for 2 seconds, I'm like the worst human in the world. And like, so his back's up against the wall. And I just told him, just let them win that. Like, it's just, it's one of those things, but it's more for him, not a fight. It's more of like, I want them to know how much I love them and like understand and like have a little respect. And I just, you know, it's so tough for them. It's their dad. You know?
Yeah.
So I think we're done with that whole like Joe, like nobody cares. Like I'm like, oh, I don't ever
Totally,
because
because it just feels like everybody's moved, like relationship wise, moved on.
well, from what you're gonna have to watch first, though,
good.
there's a lot to watch.
Okay.
Yes. So there's a lot to watch. I would say the first 2 episodes, especially even more the second episode, is very heavy into like the family drama with Joe, Gia, Teresa, and I. Like, it's very centered around that. The first 2 episodes, but then we clear it up, and then I don't ever want to hear it again.
Yeah.
And it's also tough for Gia probably because she did grow up on this show just as much. And it's like she's in a weird stage of her life now where like probably more and more people are talking to her about like everything that's going on with the whole family too. So
yeah, she's older now. She's 21.
She understands it probably a lot more. And
she does. Sometimes I'm like, I want to say to her, like, if you see the cameras, run the other way. Like, go out to a club. Like, who wants to be like, you know, but you know, she's there. She does defend her mother, which is nice. It's great that she does that. I know she feels like her mother really doesn't have, you know, well, now she has Louis, but she was alone for a long time. So I get it. I get all of those, like where that comes from. I just feel bad for Joe sometimes because it gets like so misconstrued and like it just, he's never going to win that conversation.
Yeah, definitely. I get that. And then the other women are having their moments, like Margaret and Teresa, it seems like obviously at butting heads big time. And this was like one of my favorite parts was just a short clip of Jackie being like, you don't want Margaret on your bad side, and Dolores just going,
wait,
no,
tell me that wasn't the best part of the trailer.
That was my favorite part.
The way she said
the way
that,
Dolores just went, no.
and let me tell you, what Dolores said is what everyone on our show thinks. Like they're just like, oh no,
it's like, you do not want Margaret to be your enemy.
Margaret is relentless. I call her Dynasty. Dynasty is like a show before I was even like born probably, but like it is like she's so Dynasty. She's so chatty. She's like that one where like if you don't want to talk about the show, she's like, so I'm like, no. Like it's like and I love Margaret, but she's born for this. Like
just won't back down.
Yeah, she's chatty Cathy. Like that's what she is. So you don't want to get on her bad side because she'll just keep talking and get to the bottom of it, and she will get to the bottom of it. That's all I'm saying. So everyone, when Dolores did that, we were
so funny.
dying because that's so how everyone
like,
feels.
no.
You're like, no, stay away. Do not want to argue.
Which is
with
why
her.
it's like her and Teresa fighting is really just like it's like
Well, I'll be honest.
Goliath
they're
and
fighting-
Goliath.
Margaret fights with her mouth, though. She
Yes.
is not like a violent.
Yeah, yeah.
Like she
Yes.
doesn't act like she's not going to throw really anything at all. No, she's definitely not going to throw anything.
Yeah.
She's not even going to curse.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very frustrating for Teresa. I think Teresa would rather fight with someone like me or someone else who's
Right.
gonna be like, what?
Yeah, who's gonna throw it right back?
Yeah, but she's just like, like, what do I do with this person?
That is so frustrating though. Like
When you have someone just like, I know it annoys you.
It's
like,
just-
I will kill you.
and they're calm.
It's
but
the
like,
twisting
they're
of the
killing
knife,
you
like,
with their words,
kill
and it just
you.
makes you even angrier.
Ugh, you almost want them to act a fool and act crazy because you're like, see, you're an asshole.
And the
you
other
know?
person always comes off looking crazier because they're getting so riled up with how calm they are.
Of course. And the person who can keep it together is always just like, I don't know. And they walk out of the room and you're just like, you want to die. But I'll be honest, I'm usually, I can keep it together like that. Like in a fight, I can sit there and just be like, really? Okay, I'm so sorry you feel that way.
Looks
It's a
like you
shame.
got pushed a little bit.
Wait, oh, yes. Oh my God,
I was gonna say Jennifer.
I know.
I was like,
the disdain in your voice when you said Jennifer.
Jennifer, I just saw this either today or yesterday, I think, that she wasn't drinking while you guys filmed this season or didn't want to be drinking on camera.
I think she's
as
a
much.
gummy girl. She takes
Okay,
gummies. Yeah,
okay.
she does.
Which I mean can
So-
sometimes have a even worse effect.
Yes, like because you
I
can
don't know.
see it,
fuck
like
with your brain.
You can
Yeah.
see when she starts, it's like all fine, and then she like takes one too many, something happens, and she goes to the other side.
Yeah.
and her eyes get glassy, and she's like, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know where you went, but you know, and I don't. I'm a drinker.
Yeah.
so I just like drink and have fun, and I'm
Yeah.
like a fun drinker. So she used to annoy me sometimes because I would always feel like when Jennifer walks in the room, you don't know, I feel like she turns it on for like where she is and what she wants it to be that day. And I'm not used to that. Like we're very authentic. We're very real. If we're pissed, we're pissed. It's not acting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
So-
not walking into the room and saying, this is how I'm going to act today. You're just going in.
You're going in
being
as
yourself.
you, and if someone pisses you off, you say it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I felt like she comes in with like an agenda a lot of the time, and that's why I'm just like, get out of here with your fakeness. Like
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
like I can't stand that. But I feel like she goes through a lot this season. She really does. There's some things about her husband and things that come out. And I have a heart. I feel bad
Yeah.
when somebody's like, she cries a lot this
Yeah.
season. She's very emotional, and I feel bad for her. So we do talk, and we are able to like turn it around eventually. Not in the beginning, but eventually, because I do feel for her and like what she's going through. And I'm not one to kick someone when they're down. You know, so
Yeah.
so we turn it around a little bit finally.
Now, after so many seasons have passed, you still watch every time?
Okay, so I watch it. They give it to us like 2 days before, so I've seen the episode already. So I will watch it like when they give it to me, just because like it's something to do. Like they'll give it
Yeah.
to me usually on like a Sunday night or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, let's watch The Housewives.
Yeah.
But then I won't watch it live when it's on with everyone. I'm usually like out.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What about online? Like, are you checking Twitter and stuff when
I
it's
used
happening?
to. Back in the day, Twitter was like it with Housewives. Like we would tweet
Yeah.
all night.
Right.
We would
Yeah.
fight with people. We would like it was like a thing. But I don't tweet as much anymore. I'm like an Instagram girl. I'll basically tell everybody to watch it. You know, I'll go through like some of the DMs and see what they're saying and read all of the crazy. There's a lot
Yeah.
of Bravo accounts out there.
so many.
Bravo,
Bravo
forums, all of it.
Bravo fans are like nothing you've ever like.
I know.
imagined.
I now like I get when any news breaks or stuff happens like Erica or Jen Shah or like any of this stuff like there are certain accounts that I just immediately
You
go
just
to
go right to
on
them.
Instagram that have I really don't know who runs them. I don't know who it is.
you
like
know they're
but I'm like
talking about it.
why do I trust like
Which one comes off the top of your head? Any? Do you know? A specific name?
I always will. Best of Bravo, I go to
There's
the
like a-
Betches Bravo account. I'd go
Oh,
to
okay,
the
okay.
Faces
Faces by
by
Bravo.
Bravo.
I love him.
I love him.
He's
I
a
don't know
friend of
him.
mine.
I don't know him, but he's great.
I love him. I would say he's like one of the best.
Yeah,
Love
he's
him.
really
There's
good.
Bravo Historian.
Bravo
which
Historians is
she's
really
so
good.
witty, and she says
Yes.
what everyone's thinking.
Yeah.
Like, there's some great Instagram Bravo accounts out
They
there.
are.
They're
some
going to
really good
appreciate
ones.
you shouting them
Oh
out
my
like
god,
that.
I just shouted y'all out.
Yeah.
They're going to love that.
Yes.
The other day, this was cracking me up. Your mom.
My mother. Were
Your
you listening
mom.
to that podcast?
I heard it, and then I also was crying at her texting you at 6 a.m, being like,
Oh my god.
This OnlyFans thing could be making you a lot of money.
Wait, do you understand? Did you know about this? My mother friggin' said 6:16 in the morning. Oh my God, you need an OnlyFans, $10,000 a day. Larda makes.
I was like, yeah, Larda. I was like, my first thought was, it's 6 a.m. Is she watching Real Housewives of Miami?
No,
at 6
she probably
a.m.?
woke up saying, I have to tell my daughter to get an OnlyFans and make $10,000 a week or a day or whatever it is. She's like, she was just showing her feet. I'm like, my mother is. So Andy
funny.
Cohen puts her on that night on Watch What Happens Live. He puts up the thing and makes her the jackhole of the week. She went nuts. She was so mad. Andy said, am I in trouble? He's like, it was so good. I didn't know where to like put it in. It's like, I love your mother. I was like, no, she's giggling about it and laughing about it now. But I'm like, could you have found another spot besides jackhole?
Yeah,
and he was just laughing, but he was like, I had to get it in. It was too good.
I know.
Like,
Even
So
sometimes,
funny.
like,
Joe probably lost his mind.
oh my God, Joe, OnlyFans is me. Just, like, I mean, listen, I don't want to hate on
I
it.
can just hear his voice being like, my wife
Yeah.
on OnlyFans?
Jesus, like he just.
They make good money on
They
there.
do.
I've
I'm just saying,
been
I heard
watching
you could even,
Miami.
like-
They're all the women on Miami are like, maybe we all need OnlyFans.
No, for real. Like I heard you could even go on and like if you don't know how to make a good sauce, you can pay me. Come on my OnlyFans. I will tutorial you.
You don't just have to get naked on there.
Right.
No,
like
you
you don't
don't.
have
But
to just
that's
shove
what
a
I
banana
say to other
up it.
people, even though I won't do it. Like,
Right.
I'm like, you don't have to get naked on there, but
Yeah. When I jump on there, you
You're
guys
good.
know it's time for
that's,
me.
we always say this.
When I jump on OnlyFans, you're allowed to ask me why.
Yeah.
We always say, we're like, well, if all else fails,
I mean, for
She's
real.
got great
I
boobs.
have nice feet.
she's got
Oh my
nice
God, my
feet.
feet are amazing
I have
too.
nice feet, yeah.
And-
Okay, let's do a
Yeah.
feet
I'm
OnlyFans.
the ass girl and she's the boob girl.
Yeah.
Got
so it's
it.
like
So between the two of
we
you,
can just
Combine
combine.
us.
perfect body.
Just combine us.
I love it. I mean, for real.
That cracked me up. I really
You
thought
guys
that
do
was so
feet
funny.
and I'll run the account.
Yes.
I don't like my feet.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And
Your
even
feet
when,
hurt.
Even when like my mother, she'll come on the podcast once. Like she came on once or twice. People think she's just like wild. She just has like. She's widowed for the second time in her life. She's just a fun energy. And it's like, if that's what 73 looks like, we're good. Trust us, all of us, because she is alive. Like, she is no older than 60.
Yeah.
For real. She's alive. So
I love that.
Yeah, it's so funny to see her. She'll call me. She'll be like, what bar is everyone going to go to? We had a good Sunday. We have to go, like, drink sangria. I'm like, oh, my God.
That's
Like,
the best. That's probably where you get it from.
It's like, where are we going to
That's definitely
brunch?
where I get it
like,
from.
let's do it. Yeah, it's
She'll stop by my
it's
shore house
amazing.
and I have like all my friends there and like she'll just come bopping through the room and everyone's like, this is where you get it from. I'm like, I know, and I kind of like it. And my daughter now is laughing at me because I'm like the bubbly one. You know, I'm sure compared to like some of her friends' moms, I'm probably a little like, you know, I don't know, but I feel like she looks
Definitely the cool mom.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm cool, but she tells me nothing. But you know, I feel like she looks at me too, like, oh,
And
my
you're-
grandmother's a
you
little
are
crazy.
a young
my mother's
mom,
a little
like
crazy.
you are, for her to be 16, like you are a young mom,
Yeah.
and like from where you guys live in New Jersey, just from also growing up like somewhat in that area, like there's not a lot of older moms. Like there's
Yeah,
not
no,
every-
I was always
there
the
are-
child mom. at
Yeah,
school.
yeah, that's
I
what I'm
always
saying,
just
like,
looked like,
There
yes.
are a lot of moms that are really not as cool as you or just like in general.
no,
like
not
think
at
about
all.
it.
Not at all. She'll act like she doesn't think it's cool, but she'll like walk by on her Snapchat and she'll just like video me and be like,
Yeah.
ugh. She'll call me from math class. Oh my God, Mom, the boys want to say hi. And I'm like,
Oh, you know what the boys are saying about you at
That's
school.
I'm like,
funny.
oh, hi guys.
Yeah.
Like, I just laugh.
You
I
put
think
on
it's
that
funny.
voice. You're like, "Hi,
she's like, this is
boys."
so embarrassing. And she'll like hang up the phone, but she thinks it's funny, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think they realize. So we just moved to another town. We just sold the house that everyone always
Yes,
watches and we're
yes.
building a new one. They grew up on TV, like in that town, basically.
Yeah.
So we all just moved to Bergen County, which is just, 20 minutes away. But it's entering like a new school district. So she had to go to a new high school. The boys are in new schools. All of a sudden they came home, they're like, what the hell? Are we like famous? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
what is happening? I was like, he's like, why is everybody taking my
Why is
picture?
everyone freaking
Why do they all
out?
want to talk
Yeah.
to you? Why do the teachers want to write you a note? Why are they asking me about Melissa Gorga? He's
Yeah.
like, this is ridiculous. And Gino's like losing his mind. But
That's
it's
so
because
funny.
like where he came from, they were so,
so
used to
it.
them.
Yeah.
They've been on TV since they're 4.
Yeah.
So, you know, now Gino's in middle school and he's like, why are they taking pictures of me? What is going on here? And I'm like, they don't know you. To them, like, this is all new and fun, where your other friends are just used to you. They've known you since you were born, you know?
That's gotta be weird.
It's weird. Like, some of them take, like, little Joey, he's more like, yeah, Ma, they wanted my picture. They think my hair is sexy.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, he runs his fingers through his hair. He's like, they all think my hair is so sexy. Like, that's how he talks too. He's just like the
That's
personality
amazing.
in our
That's so
family.
funny.
Gino's just like, get me out of here. I want to hide
Yeah.
under a table. If one more person says Melissa Gorga to me, I'm going to die. Oh, he goes, guess what happened in school today, Mom? What? We were in Italian class and they were just Googling up on the thing and it comes up, okay, famous Italians of New Jersey. Number 1, Joe Gorga.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, and my dad pops up and everyone starts laughing. He's like, what is this nonsense? I'm
He's
like,
at the age where he's embarrassed, but when he gets older, he's gonna
I
think
was
it's
like,
cool.
you think it's stupid now, but your friends think it's cool. It's
Yeah.
like fine. And Joe's sitting at the dinner. He's like, really? Was it a good picture? I was like,
I'm the most famous Italian.
famous Italian in New Jersey. I'm like, here we go. So they're definitely like having a little, like they're realizing they're on reality TV, I think, more. I mean, we obviously get it when we're out of the house, but for them to get it in their immediate friend environment, they're kind of like, what's happening? You know?
That is really funny, but the we haven't really gotten to talk to you in a while, and I watched all of the girls trip
Wow,
and was
that was
obsessed.
fun.
I loved it. We went to LA a few months ago, and I like binged all of it so fast.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
It's
so,
such a fun, easy
would
watch.
would you like? I feel like they're gonna keep doing it. I know they're doing like another one that Dorinda and all of them did too.
The crazies.
Yeah.
I don't, but for real.
No. I mean that
That one should be a total
that one is
different-
like I don't know if you know. It's like Dorinda,
Brandy Glanville.
You say Brandy, and
Vicky,
immediately I'm like, oh.
I think Jill Zarin,
Tamra,
I think
Jill
Tamra,
Zarin.
and I think Taylor Armstrong.
That's
It's
gonna
like
have a whole.
the ex-wives.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
Yes.
gonna have a
It's
whole
the
other vibe
ex-wives.
to it.
Oh,
Definitely.
Yeah. We were like on this gorgeous, like
Right.
floating, putting
You guys
on,
are, like, in Turks and Caicos.
you know, Christian Dior,
Yeah.
and like whatever.
Yeah, I think they're at Dorinda's
Luann
house.
was
I think
here
they're
and
at
we
Dorinda's
talked about it
house.
with her, and she was like, it was the best time ever. And
It really was. Luann walked around naked, by the way, the whole time. Day one, she just opens it up. I was like, whoa, like what?
There was a lot more nudity than I expected when I clicked it, and when I watched, I was like,
she
everybody's
starts
really
that
liking being
nudity.
naked.
Yeah, everybody was naked pretty much the whole time.
any talks of you guys doing something like that again?
I do hear that they I know the fans loved it. It was
Yeah.
a complete love letter to the fans. Like
It was.
they
It was so
they were
fun.
ecstatic over it. So I can't imagine that they won't. I don't know if they would mix up different girls though, or use our same crew.
Yeah.
I could see them like using the core and mixing I don't know.
Maybe adding.
Yeah,
Maybe
I wouldn't
adding
mind
one or
like
two.
adding a couple or like newer people to
Well,
the
like
mix.
Beverly
like-
Hills only had Kyle. Like I feel like
Yeah.
they needed 2.
Yeah.
You know, so
I feel like Rinna should go. I feel like Rinna would
Oh,
be such
she
a good
would
fit.
crush it. It's
That's what
actually
I'm saying.
shocking
I
that
feel
she
like
wasn't
her and
there.
I would be like, forget
Yeah.
it. I mean, her and I would just have so much fun
Yeah,
together.
I could see
which
that.
is kind of how I was with Kyle.
Right.
She was like my fun
And I feel like Cynthia
roommate.
probably wouldn't do it again because now she's not on the
Right. I don't
Atlanta
know
anymore.
if she would or not.
Have you hung
Yeah.
out with Lisa Rinna?
No. We just, I mean, I know her, but I've never
Right.
really hung. I want to say she's the only one I've never hung out
Really?
with. So
I
that-
could see you guys really getting
Right,
along.
I know. I want to say she's the only one that I haven't hung out with. I'm friends with all of the other Beverly Hills girls and pretty much every other franchise, every girl except for Lisa. I really have never hung out with her.
Which one? What franchise do you like to watch the most?
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
us
just
too.
do.
Especially right now.
yes,
too.
I
It's
mean the
just
drama.
What's
I
your
love their
whole-
clothes.
Yeah.
What's your whole take on the Erica Jane situation?
I mean, listen, it's so you're scaring me asking me this. I love
I
Erica.
figured everyone gets
I
scared
do.
of that
No, but it's
question.
just like
but
I don't know. I always play. I'm like I don't know enough.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
fully
to be honest,
understand.
we don't. But I don't think. Listen, she is not the mastermind.
Yeah.
She is not doing this. I mean, she is literally sitting there and receiving gifts and
Yeah.
living that life since she's a very young girl.
Yeah.
I don't think she's in that office and like snooping around on what's going
Right.
on or how he gets his money. I don't think she is, you know.
Right, yeah.
It's just
I think when you get all
our
those
take
gifts
on
from
it,
the
kinda
beginning
was.
and like are so used to that lifestyle, you don't ask
You
questions.
don't question it. I was saying like
you
she's
don't
not-
if you literally have an older man for your husband and he's just here's this, here's
Yeah.
that, here's glam that
Yeah.
J-Lo uses every day, here's like
Yeah.
expensive things, you're just gonna be like, thank you,
Yeah.
see you later.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we were saying like she's obviously not doing the handlings and all of that. Like, did she maybe think in her head, oh, there's some shady shit going on? Possibly, but like she wasn't doing it.
right.
My personal opinion. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's just hard to say, but I don't think she's.
Yeah.
And I just heard she got released from something, right?
Yeah,
in
it just got moved. They're taking it. They filed it in Illinois. Now they're going to file it in California, I think.
yeah.
Oh,
So she's good
yeah.
in Illinois, but she's not
Yeah.
good in California yet.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was very complicated.
It's so
I also tried to
complicated
explain
that's
it.
why- and I personally do like her a lot. I text with her. I talk to
Yeah.
her. I've, we've been to events together. I really like her. So
Lawyer lingo, like I just
We'll
wish
just
they
never
could.
get.
Well, I just wish they would write it down like
We said that,
like English.
Andy
like just,
Cohen should start doing segments on Watch What Happens Live to break down all of the court
We need like
system
law
and
for
everything that's going on.
We need like
with
law
all the
for
housewives.
dummies for Real
is
Housewives.
it like a thing with Bravo peeps, like the court, like it's always something.
There's always some shady shit going on.
on every franchise.
Yes.
Someone has something with the courts. Or
exactly.
something.
It's like we would
Jen
love to hear that with Jen
Shaw.
Shaw too. So I don't know, but
Yeah, that I
Salt
don't
Lake
watch
City.
as much. I haven't been watching Salt Lake City, so I can't really comment on them at all. But do you
Jump
watch-
back in because this,
Is it-
this
well, my
last
mother,
season
Donna
was
Marco,
wild.
would tell me that. Oh my
Yeah.
God, did you watch these? I'm like, no, Mom, I didn't watch it. Like,
Yeah.
she
You're
like,
tells
I need
me
a
it's-
break from
yes,
that.
Yeah, it's just such like
No.
it's such a repetitive for me. I'm just like, I don't want to see Housewives. I want to just
Yeah.
watch something else.
Right.
Make someone cook
It
something.
had like a one of an all time Housewives hot mic moment of just like a explosion
Oh,
of
so I keep
Lisa
seeing-
Barlow like.
Saying someone was a slut.
She was
or
like, "Oh,
something.
you Meredith fucking whore slept with half of New York. Like, fuck her." Like, she went off.
She was having like
she
a
went.
moment.
She was having a moment.
But you could.
She was
do
having
you
a
think
moment.
she knew the mic was on, or she did not realize?
I think she did. I think
because
she did
I
then she
would be
gotta
able
know.
to tell.
She chucked the mic
I need
after.
to watch
she did
this.
it. She said it, and then she chucked the mic afterwards. She was like, "Take this off me." Like, so I think she.
Oh, so she knew.
no, she knew.
You know
she
you're
knew.
mic'd. You know you're
Yeah.
mic'd.
She
I mean,
knew.
no, I
It's
have
like
to be
she-
honest. There is
I think
times
she
when
just
you
had a
forget for a
meltdown.
second.
Yeah.
There is times you forget. Like, so they'll be like, all right, go eat lunch or something. And like, you forget for a
Yeah.
second. And then we'll have a whole guy. And I'm like,
And I think it's
Like,
so
you said
hard
all of
to.
that.
Well, I think it's also so hard with the women
And when you're
that
drinking.
have been friends
Yes.
before. Like Meredith and Lisa, so they say, have been friends for a decade. So
Right.
like, when it's coming from, like, it's like you've been friends and now you're friends on TV. And like things start to change, I feel like the emotions are higher because you're like, this person's actually supposed to be my
yes,
friend.
Yes. And so you get really
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
You get really crazy. And I think that's what happened in the beginning of Jersey with like the Dinas and the Caroline and Jacqueline and like
Right.
Teresa. They were like,
It's like, we
they
all
knew
actually know each other.
They were
before.
really close.
Yes, and
Yeah.
obviously that's what happened with Teresa and I because
Yeah.
we're family. So it just heightens everything when you get into an argument on TV.
Yeah. I cannot wait to watch season 12.
Yes, you guys are gonna love.
I'm absolutely pumped. Tuesday nights on Bravo for Real Housewives of New Jersey. And you can listen to On Display with Melissa Gorga Thursday mornings, anywhere, everywhere
Thank
you listen
everywhere,
to podcasts.
anywhere you can get your podcast.
Amazing. Melissa, thank you so much. We love
Thank
having
you.
you.
I love
for coming
coming to
back.
you guys. You guys keep me young and fun. I love it.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We hope you guys have the best weekend ever. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope you enjoyed The Pen. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube because we are creeping 80,000 subscribers, and we're really excited about it, especially Natalie. She's super excited, works very hard on the YouTube. So make sure you subscribe for her, for Noah, for us, for Devin as well, Gia too, the whole team. I got to shut up. All right, love you guys.
Yep.
Bye.